Being emergency backup, I kind of got lucky. I fell into it. I was working at Toronto Marlies, Zamboni guy. That's where the whole Zamboni thing came in. And I was probably there 2-3 weeks. And I brought my gear in. A couple of the players were hurt. And I went out and skated with them. And same thing the next day. And they said, you know what, you're pretty good. So I stayed on, and it's been like that ever since. And once the rule came in 3 years ago, they needed an emergency guy. And they knew me very well, being in the system for so long. And they just said, hey, this is a good role for you. So I jumped on in, and 3 years later, here I am. I think I got the call from Reed, which is one of the guys from the Leafs. He's my contact guy there. So, you know, it's the 4th time I've had to get dressed in the last couple of years. So you realize, you know, when one guy goes down, you're already ready. Like, you're gonna go run down, you're gonna get your gear on. So that's what I did. I went down, got my gear on, and you're half dressed, and you kind of just sit there and you wait. You don't ever think that the next guy's going to get hurt too. So when the next guy gets hurt, you know, and now it's your time, they tap you on the shoulder and say, let's go and get in. My first thing was excitement. I said, are you sure? And they said, yeah. I said, okay, let's go, let's do this. And you know, you get your gear on, and you go out there, and they said, take your time, don't worry, you know, take it easy. So I just wanted to get out and get going. But once you get closer to the ice, and then the fans are all there and they go crazy, that's when you get the nerves kick in, and then you get on the ice and you try and breathe deep, calm yourself down, but it's not that easy. Yeah, when the first one went in, that was my fault. I overplayed it. I wasn't expecting that shot. So, but then the next one goes in off the shin pad. Also, you know, it was a tough one for me. But you got to try and regroup. You know, you kind of revert back to yourself, being a normal goalie, and just kind of like, don't worry about what's around you. Just know that you can make saves and know that you can play the game. So that's what I try to do. And you know, having a positive team in front of you that said don't worry about it, you know, they kind of took it for me, and they played super well, and I just kind of stood there and made a few saves. Second intermission, James Reimer comes in, sits with me, kind of sits down and said, look, you know what you're doing, like, relax, just save it, don't worry about the crowd, you know, try and block it all out, just make the saves and have fun. So, and all the guys were super pumped too, you know, so I said to them, you know, I feel a little bit better in the second intermission, so I said, let's go in the third period, I'll be ready to go, I'm calmed down now, like, let's play and let's go out and win, right? So they go out and they score 1 goal right away, and that confidence went right through the roof for me. You know, that, you know, 2-goal lead now, you're pretty confident in yourself in the way that they're playing in front of me, so I was happy that way. I think the third period, you know, I finally got a couple shots that weren't that hard, and I made a couple saves, which I was kind of hoping, when I first went in, I was kind of hoping to shoot a few of them at my chest and get me into the game, but it's not the way it works. But the third period, you know, you make 2 or 3 saves, and I made a save for a one-timer in the slot, and I kind of held on to that one, so that one builds your confidence too, right? So going towards the end of the game, I was ready for the push. If they were coming at me, I was ready for it, but you know, you still don't want to put yourself out of position, so I played a really defensive goaltending game, but it seemed to work. You know, when I caught that last puck at the end of the game, I thought in my head, you know, I'm not letting go of this puck, it's mine, right? So, and then the guys all swarmed, and they were jumping around, they were super happy. It's almost like they won the Stanley Cup. They were so happy for me, right? So, you know, then you go back down the hallway, and next thing you know, you think you're done, and then they said, hey, no, get out, you're the first star. So you kind of go out, and the Toronto fans stuck around, and they were great. They gave me a standing O when I got the first star, so that was pretty cool to see. And then go back in the dressing room, and the guys were crazy. They were waiting there for me, spraying water all over me. They were super excited. So it was great to see. You know, I'm kind of wearing the Leafs gear and with a Carolina shirt on, but you know, it's a hockey community, and those guys all join together, and they realize how hard it is to get to that level. And if you can get to that level and play pretty well, then they're super excited. You know, I was there for an hour and a half doing media stuff, and then I just wanted to go home. And the next day, I kind of go to the practice, and then I get a call from Carolina. They want me to get on a plane because NHL wants to do a bunch of stuff, follow me around the next day in New York City. So I ended up having to rush home and get my stuff and go back to the airport and get going, right? So, but yeah, it's been probably 3 weeks of craziness. I finally had a couple days to settle down, but it's great. You get to go so many places, you meet so many people, and then it's just great fans all over the place. Everywhere I've been, there's so many fans that just want to tell you how positive the story was. You know, it's not easy to make the NHL, and you know, one in whatever, a couple million might make it, right? And but there's a lot of other opportunities in hockey, whether you're playing or you're coaching or just being like a scout or something. There's always opportunities in hockey for the kids. So it's not like if you just aren't playing there, you don't have the opportunity to be involved in it. So I say you stay positive, and I had my kidney transplant, and even after that I still wanted to play hockey, and I wasn't sure if I'd make it to the NHL level, and obviously I got the chance to make it there, but that's a lot of hard work. I put in a lot of years of really hard work, and you can't let it get you down. You got to stay positive. So I've seen a lot of the kids, and I went to a lot of schools so far, and just be positive with the kids, and just say anything you do in life, just make sure you've got a goal and you stay positive and get after it.